Conservative media viewers, what's going on? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion, Paul F. Villarreal, joining by phone. Mega Millions, dude! So many people are talking about this. This is on the news. And apparently, according to my information and my personal opinion, a lot of people got involved in this Mega Millions lottery. First of all, I have to say this is all of our personal opinion only. We're not alleging any facts, not casting any aspersions. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Please check disclaimers. Here's the deal. I believe if I read this stuff right and saw the stuff on the news right, I think the jackpot is something like $640 million approximately kind of situation of a possible win, possible payout here. Now, I believe I just saw too that the winning numbers have been announced. Now, I don't know yet if there have been any winners identified or not. If no winners get identified here, if nobody won this time around, that means that the lottery is going to grow even that much more. But at the same time, and I'm going to bring Paul in here in 1 second, I think they said something like $1.5 billion was spent on this lottery. So you can do the math there, right? So, Paul, I mean, what do you make of this? This is just such an enormous payout. And the news has been running with this stuff, and it seems like a lot of people are talking about this whole lottery situation.
I think it's pretty cool. If you're somebody, certainly if you're the person that ends up winning, it's very cool.
Wow.
You know, as we both know and the viewers know, when you get the jackpot up to a certain number, then you'll get people that don't even think about the lottery otherwise getting involved. Particularly here in America, times have been, relatively difficult for a while, so I think even more people will be interested. But it's such a huge amount of money that it's certainly something to talk about. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know if I've ever played a lottery in my life.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, it's basically like like playing a slot machine, I guess. So it's pretty wild. I mean, whoever ends up winning this amount of money, I'm sure is going to become a new celebrity fast, and we'll see that person all over the place. And so it's interesting.
I'm not into gambling. That's just not my deal. I guess I'm just a little bit too logical about it. I work really hard for my money and stuff like that. And, I look at what the expected value is, and it's, it just doesn't make a lot of logical sense to me. At the same time, if that's what you're into and you see it as entertainment or something like that, I mean, it's a free country. That's up to you, right? What you want to do. But I do agree with you, Paul. I think that, once the numbers get to a certain point, and I forget what there's some kind of term for this, I forget what it is, but it's basically like, when the, you get sort of fixated on sort of, spectacular results one way or the other, or big numbers, or this could happen or that could happen, even though the sort of expected result or expected value of something is pretty sort of minuscule, if you will. So I think those kinds of things can operate in this situation. Look, if someone wins this, it's just an enormous amount of money. Now, yeah, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it and everything like that. And you can either take it over, this revenue stream, this sort of annuity type of thing, so much per year, and that's, I guess, the full payout. Or you can take it all in one lump sum, which is a smaller payout, but still, I think it's close, a high 300 millions, like I think it's close to 400 million, something like that. So it's an enormous amount of money, but that's only if there's one winner. Now, if there are multiple winners, then I believe that, prize gets split up between those different winners. So who knows? Who knows who's won here? The numbers, I believe, have been announced. We don't know if anybody's won yet. I haven't seen it yet as at the time we were shooting this video. Maybe there's multiple winners, maybe there's no winners. I mean, what about that? What if like so many people got involved in this and nobody won? Do you think that that's going to disappoint people? Do you think that's going to only increase the amount that people want to play this thing because now the prize is going to be that much bigger? I mean, this is just an incredible situation. Paul, what's your prediction? I mean, let's just talk about that for a second. Do you think that someone actually won this thing here? And what's your best guess as to which state they might be from if they did win?
I wouldn't even know where to guess in terms of where they're from, because I'm sure so many people are involved in this, and because the jackpot got so big that who knows? I mean, it could be from anywhere. but I know that I'm sure plenty of people all around the nation are interested in this. And look, I mean, if nobody wins this time, then who knows how big the jackpot's going to get. So it's going to be fun to watch.
It's absolutely incredible. What do you people out there think about this? I mean, let's just start with step one. Did you play the Mega Millions? Did you play the Mega Millions? And what do you think about the Mega Millions? Would you play it if you didn't play it? Let's talk about that. If you didn't play it this time around and nobody won, would you play it the next time? Would you, because the prizes are that big? Would you play? Or are you like me and Paul? Are you just not into this type of thing that you would not play the lottery and stuff like that? So that's what I want to know. Did you play the Mega Millions? And if you didn't play, do you know someone that would play? Or are you more like Paul and I, where you just would not play the lottery? That's just not your deal and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever played a lottery, and I don't think that I ever would play a lottery. It's just, that's not my thing, okay? But what do you think that, like, I mean, to me, it's like, do you think it is an interesting situation here? Why are people so excited about, so caught up in it? Is it kind of like a game show phenomenon? Is it kind of like this, potential rags to riches story and stuff like that? If someone does win this lottery situation, what do you think they're going to do with the money? What would you do if you won the Mega Millions? What was what's the first thing that you would do? Would you just pay down debt? Would you buy yourself a huge house? Would you go on a trip, this and that, whatever? Would you quit your job if you are still working? I mean, what would you do? Would you give some to charity and stuff like that? Like, I mean, that was an interesting thing right there. What would you do with this money? I mean, Paul, if you won the Mega Millions, right? What would you do with that cash?
Well, that's a really interesting question. I have to think about that. I probably try to help out some family members. That's like one of the first things that comes to my mind. Help that situation. Then maybe I'd donate some of it to some other needy people. I can think of some things I'd certainly like to purchase if I had the money available to me. Maybe get a house, maybe get a nice car.
Oh yeah.
Some things like that.
I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, it's so much money. It's just way beyond anything that anyone, quote unquote, needs. Or, I mean, you could certainly, as long as you, look, I've said this before, anybody can blow almost any amount of money, okay? I mean, believe me, whatever you have, you can spend it like this. But if you're even somewhat reasonable, that's definitely more than enough money for life and your kids' lives and all that type of situation. But I mean, we don't know if anybody's won yet, as of the time that we're taping this video. But I think that the news of if somebody has won or multiple people have won should be imminent. What's up with that? So many people have been talking about this today. What do you think about it? Did you play the Mega Millions? Would you play the Mega Millions if nobody won? What would you do if you won the money? I mean, tell me about all this. This is really intense right here. What's up? Give me the comments below. Please subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion. That is Paul F. Villarreal. We are Conservative Media. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it to your social networking sites. You're watching Conservative Media. We will have an update to, once we know, did somebody win or did they not win? And so we'll have our reaction to that. So stay tuned for that. You're watching Conservative Media. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.